Alright, here we go with the next Yu. I'm kind of excited because I'm going to be watching more than one today. Hopefully as many as three, because doing one this is Sunday morning. Doing one that I owed from Friday. We're going to go ahead and do Mondays now so I don't miss out on that. And then hopefully I can even do Tuesdays. But I have a lot to do today. I have a shit ton, so we'll see what happens. But I'm doing 2 Chaos Head today. JoJo, Bleach, 5 One Piece, 5 Boruto. I have some Steins Gate I still got to get to. Just a bit to watch here. I love it all. So, in any case, this is episode 27, I do believe. I am on Japanese, so let me do something about that. Good thing. I can program myself to remember shit. It takes repetition. It's kind of like in, if you ever saw Memento. He could program himself to learn new things, but it took reps. Just like in football, your reps. Get the reps in, get the reps in, get the reps. You got repetitions. It's taken me, we're on episode 27, probably 17 reps to get to the point where I check the language before I hit play. So it happens. It just takes a really damn long time. You got to get those reps in. And meanwhile, when you're getting the reps in, some of your plays are going to be terrible, right? Like you're going to overthrow the receiver because you're getting reps in. But once you get your reps in, once you have it nailed, you're going to hit the receiver every time. That's basically the metaphor here. All right, now we're ready. Once I move this down, that is. 3, 2, 1. It looks like I need to move this down some more. I really, really want them to stop calling him a spirit detective if he's not going to detect anything. I got jokes, but also he hasn't detected anything. It's kind of dumb, you know. They maybe it's a mistranslation. Maybe they mean something more along the line of cop. Like a cop can detect crimes, but really they just enforce laws. He's more of a cop than he is a detective. We haven't seen him detect jack shit. Nice growling. Can you put your tongues back in, please? Get wrecked. As I said, get wrecked. A-holes, in other words. Yeah, look at this son bitch. Why are we blue and red? Yeah, so it is to the death. So, that's not a good thing. It'd be like a Russian roulette tournament. Whoever survives the Russian roulette tournament is the only person who will be in the next tournament. So you need a constant influx of new people, unlike, say, boxing, where people can come back. So, to the death is not an efficient way to run a tournament, is what I'm saying. Now, I would maybe make the final four to the death. But the early rounds, if you make it to the death, you're going to run out of good fighters after a couple of years. Now, maybe they haven't in the supply, I don't know, but... Yeah. Are we doing it on the ship? I thought we were going somewhere. Yeah, we saw an arena. Yeah, so we're just going to the location, okay. We haven't officially revealed who she is, by the way. That doesn't look like her eyeball. Is that not her? I mean, it's the same clothes. Isn't that her clothes? Am I crazy? Look at this asshole, by the way. Yeah, yeah. This isn't for your entertainment, dickweed. There's no final meal. Interesting accent choice. He's a pirate with a British accent? I think that's British. Me, trusty ship. He's trying to be a pirate, I guess. There's always a preliminary. Have you noticed that? Yeah, but the ship can't hit something though, which would have been my go-to. Hey, that's pretty good. I like that. Pretty elaborate setup here. And they got the little stairs that match up. Hey, man, that's why I put some thought into this. Yeah. R, matey, R. I don't know, man. Not working for me. That's some bullshit. You guys must really be weak. Like I said, how do you find people for each tournament if you kill this many people off? Okay, so you ain't killing everybody. It ain't gonna be you. It ain't gonna be you. No chance in hell. Wouldn't want you to be bored. That's right. Sit your ass down, redhead. Sit your ass down. Yeah. Uh huh. Let's just send Shorty in there. Shorty can fight. Hey, he's sleeping. he's conserving his strength, man. Leave him alone, you dick. The hell's wrong with you? Yeah, let him alone. And also, this is the right way to avoid him having to take part in the fight. I'll do it. I need to prove myself anyway. These people are idiots. How do they not know who this is? I'm gonna have egg in my face if this ain't who I think it is. But this is who I think it is. Look, I'm far away. I'm 1,000 miles away from this person, and I can tell who it is. They're this close and they can't tell. Yeah. Neither did you, you dick. You ain't gonna let a man sleep. There's 3 times you don't bother somebody. They're taking a shit, they're eating, or they're sleeping. You don't bother them. Oh, somebody told me this is all new to the anime. That's why it sucks. Like, this wasn't happening in the manga, right? Like, they wouldn't cut to this bullshit. The minion doesn't even exist. He's non-canonical, I guess we would say, right? So typically, I don't care about shit like that. If you make changes, that's fine. But this shit sucks, man. It sucks. You're wasting our time. Let's get back to the real shit. Now, but see, now that I know it's not part of the manga, I'm really gonna be a hater. Believe that. Shut up, baby, and sit down. It can be funny. You have seen me laugh. Look at this shit, man. How's he supposed to be a manager? Maybe it's the fact that, like, I believe in leadership and you lead things people a certain way, and he violates every single one of those precepts. What the hell? So? Yeah. So apparently that's not the mother. This may be the mother in the foreground. Look at her drunk and passed out. They look the same, and the voiceover is almost as bad, so it was hard to tell the difference. Do I care about our friendship? Can't you fight? Hit him in the mouth. You're fired. If you reveal this, you're fired. This isn't going to help you. At least we're all on the same page now. Yeah. Really? How very 1800s of her. She got the vapors. But you see what I mean? Though it's a flat monitor. I can't believe they'd be so reckless. There's no emotion in that voice. No emphasis on any of the words. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to. You know, it's just terrible. Can we get another take? Yeah, he will kill you, by the way. I like how our girls on one side and the rest of them on the other side. How about if I take the person that's got his back to me right now? That'd be cool. Yeah. Do you think the person needs a warning? Isn't it obvious? If it's obvious to you way over there, it's obvious to this person standing in the arena. You dumbass. I don't know. I feel prickly today. I'm not trying to nitpick every single thing the show does. I'm really not. I'm having fun. It just comes across that way. Get wrecked, bitch. He's about to light you up. I keep saying he, but you know what I mean. Yeah. The Electric Light Orchestra just landed. We call that a finger gun machine gun. I'm starting to think this ain't the mentor. There's nobody else in this gang of idiots here. So it's not a regular. We don't know anybody else who's short. The only short person we know is already in the group. Well, I think we've all learned something here today. Step off. Yeah. Yusuke probably knows who it is, right? He must be the one who invited him. Or vice versa. Incompetent. How about you kiss my ass? They're pissed. You guys just saw what happened. You don't want any of this drama. Well, I guess you've all chosen to die. Yes, I shall smell my flower as I kick your asses. See, the scent of the flower covers up the smell of your bowels coming out of your ears. Get wrecked. Right onto the lightsaber. That feels like an unforced error. Yeah, going full Yoda, by the way. Look at him, hands behind the back. I'm gonna kick your ass Sanjay style. That's right. That one looked like the Hawk, man. Marvel had to sue somebody. That was straight up the Hawk. You can't do that, man. Sue these son bitches. I shall smell my flower. And then kick your ass with it. Oh shit. The thorns are, man. You ever been stung by a rose thorn? The rose thorns are, how are they the worst? Like, I've been stung by a lot of different thorns because I used to explore the woods and shit. I'd go out and wander, love the woods. Touch a lot of shit. I've touched a lot of thorns. Rose thorns are the effing worst, man. It's like they're put on earth by demons. The rest of the thorns can't compare. Don't even think about it. You like my nails? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I thought his lightsaber took him out. This guy out, right? It was somebody else he took out. This was his sleep kick. Just go back to sleep. Nope, he's sleep hit. Just lay your head down. Fantastic. See, he would have insisted on being the one to fight if he'd been awake. It's a clever way to avoid all that. Not waste time on it. Yeah, no shit. I'm starting to think it's not. They want us to think it is. They really, really want us to think it is. It's just, the fact they're still hiding the face when we all think that's what it is makes me wonder. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it didn't have to be that way. I don't know how you find new fighters every year. It just, I guess it's best not to think too much about it. Yeah. This does explain why these people were the preliminary people, and you were only going to bring in one team because they're all pretty weak, relatively speaking. They look scary, but they're not scary. Well, we get to stay in a hotel. That's nice. They're carrying his corpse. Hey, it's a fine, elegant establishment. We're underdressed. Look at that posh bitch up front. Hell yeah. Now see, this is voiceover. That person earned his paycheck. Well, that sounds elitist, but I kind of agree with you. Caroline. Yeah, so sir it is. I assume we're going to be betting on this. I didn't say I was good at voiceover. Trust me on that. We just fuck effing go then? You stamp. I don't even understand what this is for. Are 12-year-olds entertained by bureaucratic jokes? Do they watch The Office? I don't think they do. How is this entertaining? Why would they think this would be entertaining for the 12-year-olds? Is it the fact that he's a baby? I don't know, man. Who's that for? Apparitions. I like that. Yeah. Look at his little. You got a bracket, man. Fill out that bracket. March Madness. That ought to wipe him out. They're not following the pattern I mentioned, by the way. We're not getting to know anybody else. So it feels like a foregone conclusion. Whoever they fight, they're going to win. Because we're not invested in anybody else, right? Oh, thank you. Only 4 cups? I'll kick your ass. I know there's 5. It looked like there's only 4. They didn't bring you here to poison you. They want you to die on the floor, man. Like I said. Yeah. They want to see you lose. This is about demon supremacy. Yeah. Why do you think? But there was 5. Did Yusuke already drink his? There was 5 earlier. Took a note of it. Did he drink in his sleep? No, somebody else is here. The hell? Who the hell are you, Goku? Very creepy. Okay, see, now they're doing what I was talking about. We're getting to know the team. At least one member. They're following the pattern. All right, I feel better. This is good shit right here. This is exactly what you do. This is perfect. Here's another one. You don't even know when they come and go, man. How you gonna beat them? See, that's what we're looking for. That right there. That's good writing. How'd he do? Yeah. Thanks, we will. I like his character design, man. He's like Vampire Fonzie or Elf Fonzie, more likely. Yeah, that's good shit. He's sleeping through it all. That's right. I'm going to be energized for tomorrow. What about it? Huh. Both. Yep. Yeah. Ooh, pink fireworks. I'm into it. Here we go. Let me guess, will be the first match. Are you the announcer? Why has everybody got elf ears and vampire teeth? What's happening with that? Okay, not everybody, but you know what I mean. Well, we know what the outcome would be. Don't even hold us. I mean, come on. It's fight to the death. If it wasn't fight to the death, they could potentially lose and be embarrassed and have to redeem themselves. But it's fight to the death. So, I want to hear what this kid sounds like in Japanese. That's interesting. They use a female voiceover actor in English to sound like a little boy. They use a male actor in Japanese to sound like a little boy. I think I prefer the English because it's a little bit more off-putting because you can tell it's a woman. But so that kind of feminine, childish voice coming out of what looks like a boy. We can't assume anything here. We don't know what that is. It might not even have a gender, but it looks like a little boy, sounds like a little girl. Just gives that little extra bit of creepiness. Don't get me wrong, though, the Japanese voice is very good. I wonder what the other dude sounds like. It's a good choice. It's just I think the English choice is a little bit better. Hmm. It's kind of ominous. I want to hear the English again. Okay, okay. I think in the English he's trying to be a little bit more menacing. He's like, "Enjoy your last night," right? Like saying it like that. And in the Japanese, he's a little bit more reserved. That's it. Like it doesn't matter, right? But just because of my occupation, I care about this shit, right? It is the interesting choices that they make. See, sometimes with the dub, they don't give a shit. They're just here to dub it and then move on. They're doing 3 shows today. They bring in the actors, dub this, but in this one, you can tell the English actors and the director care. I don't know why the mother is so bad, and even the blue boy redhead's mother is so bad, so monotone. Maybe they just feel like she should be monotone. Like maybe that was just an artistic choice I just don't agree with. Right? Like it's valid. You can make a character monotone. You're trying to serve a purpose there. But that could be. But see, in some of these other performances, they clearly care. Right? He was given the direction, be a little creepy. We don't know if he saw the animation. The animation was probably available for this. It probably wasn't available for when they were doing it in Japanese. So they just had storyboards for when they recorded the Japanese lines. I'm sure they had the full thing when they were recording the English lines. So that could be part of it too. The actor could be looking at the performance while he says the lines, and so he's matching the voice of performance. That's probably actually what it is. Whereas in Japanese, you're looking at storyboards and you're given direction because they have to do the lines before they do the animation, so they can match the lips to how long it takes you to pronounce a word. It's that simple. I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, this is really good setup, and I like that they brought these characters in. We get to meet them a little bit, talk to them, get to know them a little bit before we fight. That's how you do it, and we know this author knows how to do that shit from other stuff he's done. So very well set up.